Ding ding! And you guys, welcome to the edition of Connect the Dots with me, Halima this week with a guest, where we're bringing you the first person that will be joining us on this podcast to be talking about various aspects of their lives, including where they started a journey from whether it's career path or it is entrepreneurship or being a tech person. And we're bringing you first person on the show, a tech guru that is known on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and even TikTok. And I would say the best part of it is that it creates content in a language format that a lot of people who are disinterested in knowing what technology is really in northern Nigeria are getting interested. Welcome to the show, Ydeen Yusuf. Even though I'm supposed to properly introduce you to our listeners and viewers, I'm with Ydeen Yusuf, popularly known as Ydeen on social media platforms. On YouTube, Ydeen TV. On Instagram, Ydeen Ydeen Yusuf. On TikTok, same thing. Welcome to the show today, Ydeen.
Thank you, Halima, for having me. It's an honor to be on this show as the first guest of the show.
Thank you so much. So before we delve into the business of the day, let's look at the statistics from KPIOS that says that we've got over 4.9 billion active users of social media across board: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and etc. And for Facebook, over 2 billion. And it means that if we've got globally 4-point-something billion users of social media, it means it's 59% of the world population. Oh, that's a huge number.
That's more than half.
Yeah, the population of the world. So let's go into what it says for Facebook. It's 2.936 billion monthly active users. That's a lot. To YouTube's potential advertising reaches 2.476 billion. So let's delve into this business, because to be a tech person, it means that you've got the nitty-gritties that would get you going, even if you're not getting money back in return. What drew your attention into creating content on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok particularly? I know that your YouTube page is the first point of call for you. So let's go into what drew your attention into it.
I think first of all, I would say for me, I was driven by the passion to see that I impact on the society. Because, you know, in fact, if you can go to my first videos, I always write this hadith. Khairun nas man yanfa'un nas. Prophet Muhammad said that the most, you know, best person of you is the person that, you know, impacts on others. So that was the reason why I said, okay, I think since I have the knowledge of computing, and I believe that we have these setbacks in northern Nigeria. If the part of the world that I come from, a lot of youth are not interested in tech, not because it's not important to them, but because of the phobia, because they are scared, because they have this belief that, look, this thing, I can't do it, I don't have the resources, I don't have all the qualification that it takes to do this. And you see computer...
Or the skills.
Or the skills, yes, because in computer you don't need to be a graduate or a secondarian, or you don't need to attend certain level of education before you can operate a computer. Computer is almost the same as a normal mobile phones that we use. It's just for you to know how to use it, and then you can make money. Okay. And secondly, you see, we don't have job opportunities here in this part of the world. A lot of youth are jobless because they believe, okay, after I graduate, the only thing I wait for is just for government to give me a collar job.
A white collar job.
A white collar job, which, you know, in the world we live today is different. You just need to have a skill, like, you know, monetize the skill and make money with it. You don't even need to open a shop. You don't need to even go and, you know, spend a lot of money. You're just computer at the comfort of your home. You can work for people. In fact, that's even what I'm doing currently. Most of the things I do is at home, and I make money, and I'm very happy with it. Oh,
looking at the fact that that's really a good one, because passion is just the maybe driving force for you to attain a level of success in life, because if you keep at it and you don't put money first, I'm sure that you get to a long way that you're not even expecting. Exactly. So creating content is capital intensive for me if I look at the economic situation in Nigeria at the moment. And creating content means you need to even delegate duties. Exactly. How do you do all of your content at this material time where apparently you need more resources? Money, data is expensive in Nigeria. I'm quite sure of that, because sometimes I use more than 30, 40,000 naira data in a month. So how do you go about doing your content? Because I know that to employ someone to edit, to shoot, to do all of that will be capital intensive for you.
I think first of all, I would say the key areas that I put my attention into is, let me get the skills first.
Okay.
Because I try to maximize spending. And there is no way if you say that, okay, if you want to make a content, you need to call a cameraman, you need to pay him for the camera,
audio person,
everything, the editing,
props,
the production,
editing.
the editing, the sound man and everything. So it's money consuming.
Yeah.
So the safe thing, the safe landing for you is for you to get the skills. If you have the skill, you can handle the camera, you can, handle the sound, you can edit the video, you can do some small things, then it becomes more easy for you. And then, in fact, you don't need to spend a lot of money. The only thing you need, I think, is for the data you use to be uploading the content. Yes. And you need to find a way, okay, I'm uploading all this huge content. How am I going to monetize it in such a way that, people do not feel like, this guy is just here to make money rather than thinking that this guy is impacting on us. So you have to sit down, make it a strategic structure for you, a prototype that will allow you, okay, you are helping people, and then at the same time
you are getting something in return.
Yes, in fact, at least something that will at least make you have, money to buy data and keep uploading the content. Yes.
Navigating through all of this is not an easy task because you need to be able to keep consistency. That, okay, I'm going to be uploading videos every week or every 3 days or bi-weekly or monthly or something. What's the motivation that keeps you going to create content? Because I know engagement is very key. And apps like maybe Instagram, there is the algorithm that it's more monetized for you as a user to pay to get the wider reach you want. So what keeps you going?
Okay, I think first of all, from the beginning, as I said, it was the passion that driven me into starting making content, and the way I see our society is behaving when it comes to engagement in technological aspect and everything. But as time goes on, I realized that, look, there are more bigger opportunities that I've ever expect. And the best thing is for me to invest. You need to make a huge investment in expecting of making profit in return, maybe in the future. So currently, I would say I am investing a lot in my social media platforms. Be it
on most of your social media platforms?
In fact, almost all the social media handles, because currently now I am developing a website that I will be uploading content. We have a premium content and we have a free content where people can go and buy our content there, and then for a few amount of money. And if you do the calculation, at least it's not about the price but the population of the people that are subscribing into your website. So I think that's where we are heading to now, and we are making a preparation for that.
What will be your driving force
to
make sure that you get the people to your website?
If you want to start any business on social media, first of all, you need to study the modus operandi of the platform and the interaction of the users on that platform. If you go to Instagram, the nature, the kind of mentality of the users is quite different from the users that are using Twitter. The same thing if you go to TikTok, they have a quite different...
Like they say, the Twitter users are intellectuals, TikTok users are just people seeking entertainment,
they want to enjoy themselves and everything. And then Instagram is more like, these are the serious people, business-minded people.
Absolutely.
And for people that they want to show up, they want to be popular. There are people that they want to be popular on social media, so they prefer to use Instagram and business-minded people, because I think Instagram gives you a more suitable platform you know, the necessary technology you need in order to showcase your business. If you look at the resolution of the picture quality, the video quality, the number of videos you can be able to upload, the duration and everything. So that's why most business owners, they prefer using Instagram than any other platform. Yes. So you have to study it. And if you study the mentality of those users, then you can think of, okay, if I start this kind of business, are they going to patronize that business or not? I didn't even mention Facebook. You see, like Facebook, I'm not trying to like cast people on Facebook, but you know, in Facebook, you are not likely to make huge money on Facebook because of the population, because of the nature of the people on Facebook, because the priority of Facebook is to connect people. Yes, is to connect the world. It's not about to make people do business, to make it convenient for people to do business. No, but Facebook is more of
connecting people.
Connecting people. That's why you see the algorithm is such a perfect algorithm that it could be able to track all the people you know, all your schoolmates, all your friends, all your relatives. You keep seeing their accounts, you know, suggestion that you connect with them. But if you go to a platform like Instagram or YouTube, it's quite different. Like YouTube is for content creators. It's not for people that are business minded. It's for content creators, fully content creators. That's why YouTube, if you want to learn almost everything you want to learn, if you go to YouTube, you get it. And YouTube is a free platform. But that's why they made it to be like, okay, if you make a content, there is certain criteria that if you pass, then they can monetize the content. Then they will be giving you some, you know, money out of
token.
Yes. So I think if you study, you know, the platform, you choose the platform, and you look at, okay, you have your own strategy that, okay, after this is how I'm going to do it, and then you can start testing the strategy. Okay, if I test this, are they going to patronize it or not? And you need to do a lot of research, because you need to, in fact, sometimes you need to, you know, invest in what we call a psychological research on. You need to study the psychology of the users. In order to...
Okay, so what do you invest in studying the psychology of the users? For instance, maybe your demographic target is age 18 to 60 or 18 to 40. What do you invest in to psychologically study them to see that they will be interested? I know that you could carry out like a litmus test trying to, okay, survey people. You can use Survey Monkey to get people to say, okay, I want to try this, what do you think about it? Or you can use your circle, maybe on WhatsApp or on Instagram, to say, oh, I'm trying to do this. Do you think you can spend your money on it or something?
Okay, first of all, I think there is what we call target audience. That's why I always say to people that, look, you can't just sell your product to everybody.
No.
You need to have a target audience.
And a niche.
A niche, yes. Like me, my target audience is small-scale business owners.
Okay.
I always help them with latest technology, with all the softwares they need, with all the tools they need in order to, you know, improve their business presence and in order to convert traffic into sales. This is what I do on my social platform, especially Instagram. You know, and because I target business-minded people, then definitely I think there are certain things that we will give out free, but there are certain things that we're not going to give them out free.
They need to pay for it.
Yes, because at least part of the training we're giving to them is that, look, as an entrepreneur, as a business-minded people, you need to know that, look, you can't just expect you to get profits without investment. So investment is part of it, and definitely they have to invest on what we are giving them out. But you know, out of the content we are dishing out, I think more than 95% they are free.
Okay, for now?
Yes, I think it will continue like that, because if you are making content online, if you say that you are going to monetize everything, nobody is going to come to your page and be interested in that. They will lose interest. But if you make it like, okay, this is almost 95% free, but you know, certain things you need to, certain critical things in your business you need to pay. Like, okay, there are people that they want to know how to be, you know, expert in, you know, manipulating these social media platforms. Okay, you can teach them you give them all the necessary tools, because like me, I have a master's degree in cybersecurity. So I think I see myself maybe in the best position to help people in order to protect themselves against intruders, against hackers. These kind of things definitely, you know, before we teach our followers, they have to give something at least. Okay,
so you said that 95% of the content you're giving out on Instagram are free.
They're free.
So how do you recoup your money?
Because
you need to buy data. Yes, it was passion that drove you into creating content, but sometimes you still need that driving force, I mean monetary compensation to be able to keep doing at what you're doing. I mean, in terms of consistency, what drives you to be consistent?
Let me give you an example. If you are trying to build a business that you want that business to stand out, and you want to the business to survive for a very long time, you need to have a very good prototype.
Okay.
Let me give you an example of Facebook. When they started Facebook, everything was free. 100% free. Sometimes you even begin to question yourself, look, how does these people getting even
their money?
In fact, everything is free. But because they have a long-term goal, they did not even monetize it till recently. That's why they brought up all these kind of monetization tools, advert and everything. And now, if Facebook is to tell you the number of money that I get in every day, you'll be
the income.
The income. You'll be surprised. So I think you need to have we have a long-term goal. We are not expecting a profit now, but we have a very long-term goal. Yes.
So, what are the challenges you're facing in creating content? Because I know there is nothing you'll be doing in life without challenges. So, what are those challenges that keep you on your toes, and you feel like sometimes, can I continue? I want to quit. No, I should keep going, because the end goal is that I should be able to win people over. And then when I monetize, it will be easy for them to buy in.
I think the biggest challenge is up to now, the number of population that we are expecting to get up to now, we have not been able to reach that target.
Okay, you mean followership?
The followership.
Or subscribers?
Yes.
Or people you're trying to drive?
You know, sometimes in social media, it's not even about the followers, it's not even about the subscribers, but the results you are getting.
Okay. Like the views.
The views, the results, and the impact you are having.
Yes, people sending messages back to you that, oh, this was useful.
Exactly, yes. Like, okay, we have been in this game for over, let me say, 2 years, starting from our journey on YouTube to Instagram to other platforms like TikTok and everything. But, you know, like I started on YouTube, teaching people on how to use computer for free, right from the how to on computer, you know, how to operate the computer, Microsoft Word, Excel, almost all the nitty-gritty things, all the basic applications.
The softwares.
But we haven't started getting a reasonable response till after 2 years.
Wow.
In fact, this is the moment that we are having a kind of great influence in people. So that's why I say, okay, sometimes, you know, if you start something, it's not necessary that you expect
to be getting the results immediately.
But, you know, but that's the challenge, I think, from the beginning. And it's discouraging, but we continue because sometimes we watch a lot of videos on social media. We have been mentored by a lot of people, so they keep encouraging us.
Videos on personal development, consistency, productivity.
Yes. So I think that's the challenge we have been facing, but at least now we are getting some result. Alhamdulillah, and we continue. And we look forward to see more results, inshallah. And I believe definitely a lot of people will be aware that, okay, let them seize this opportunity. You don't need to pay anything. You can just go there, learn the system, and then you continue, you do your work, you get money.
Yeah, I wish you all the best. You're doing a lot, because I knew when you started, and it was just like a play, and then we've gotten where we are.
In fact, there are a lot of people that never thought that we are going to reach this height.
Yeah, it's usually like that. There is always those people that put your dreams down, you can't get anywhere in life, or you can go further and all of that. But at the end of the day, consistency is the key that keeps you climbing on the ladder of success from step to step and to wherever point you want.
That's why I always said I give advice to youth like me.
Yeah.
be consistent and move in speed.
Yeah.
Especially when creating content, you just have to be creating. Like, you don't need to like look at the result you're getting, just be making the content.
Okay.
Because if to say I have imbibed this culture of making huge content, I think
by now we
have started making huge money. Yes, at least, because the content matters. Imagine if to say you have been able, for these past 2 years, we have been able to create like, let's say, more than 1,500 videos. At least we have been, I think maybe you will not even have the opportunity to see me here in Nigeria. Maybe I could have even gone abroad.
Yes, we want to be seeing you both ways. You can go global and still be here.
Because we have been kind of, there are some certain delays and, you know, because of finance and everything, we were able to make like, let me say, 150 videos now so far on the YouTube channel. But if to say we have made like more than that, we could have got results. But I think that's the challenge, and we are going to
up your game.
Inshallah.
Okay, now there is a problem in northern Nigeria.
Yeah.
When there is a social issue that needs people to go on social media and utilize those platforms to reach the government, because we know that social media allows us to reach people that we're not likely going to be able to reach without social media.
Yeah.
So the problem is that there will be a problem that is eating deep into the fabric of the society, like we're sitting on a ticking time bomb, but you are not able to take actions because our people, especially in northern Nigeria, have not understand the way to utilize social media to call to action. What do you think we can do differently to make people, okay, for instance, the insecurity situation in northern Nigeria, we can push just like some protests that made big names in Nigeria to get the government to stay on their toes and fight the menace. What do you think we can do to enlighten our people on social media use instead of going to post dancing videos on TikTok and doing irrelevant stuff? How do you think we can stimulate the minds of our people to be able to utilize social media properly to good use?
I think my advice to people, most especially people of northern Nigeria, because I think if you look at Nigeria in a holistic picture, northern Nigeria is where there is kind of misuse of social media.
Okay.
We are not been able to achieve, let me say, even 10% of its usage and importance. First of all, we need the knowledge. We need knowledge because we don't have education. The education level of our people is very low. On
social media use?
Yes, and we need to develop a should I call it a self-esteem or self-confidence? The level of confidence is very low. Because in northern Nigeria, you will see somebody that, okay, he has all it takes to do it. He is capable, he is able, but because of, you know, self-defeat, you know, thinking that nobody is perfect. You can't be perfect. Just do what you can and just leave the rest to God. So I will call to my, you know, people that if you know that you have something to offer positively, just do it anyhow. Before you know it, you may not get the result now, but inshallah, later you will get the result you want. So I think education is important.
Yeah, getting the skills.
Getting the skills is important. And the people that have all it takes to, like, you know, they have the technical know-how and the knowledge, they should just stand up and teach other people on how to use it. We need a lot of advocacy. So we have been sleeping all this while. If you go to social media, you know, even the little people that they are, you know, trying their best to see that they impacted on the society, you see they are not even giving the attention they deserve. Our people prefer to see gossip, to watch gossip,
I was going to come to that.
You know, social media bullying and everything.
Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying. And so they are more interested in this kind of things.
So how do we change the mindset? That's the point. You already made mention of educating people, giving them skills. Do you mean that people who are doing great on social media, creating content, doing businesses and all of that, should mentor those people that are not doing great or that are still on their way? Or what do you mean we should do?
I think if we are trying to, like, if we really want to get a reasonable result, first of all, we need to look at how the structure of our society, how we operate. Who are the big influencers of the society? If you go to northern Nigeria, I would say the big influencers are religious leaders and scholars. I think they are the only people that they have this remote of turning the society. Yes.
A grip.
Exactly. So I think we should start with them. You know, we should, in fact, because even them, up till now, they were not able to fully understand the importance of this social media to even their own advantage, not to talk of other people's advantage. If you look at the criticism TikTok has been getting from religious leaders, you'll be surprised that, look, if these religious leaders were able to like see the tools, the power of this social platform, they could have used it and harness its power and then take it for their own advantage and then use it to change the society.
So do you think that the North can wake up from the slumber of using social media to their good use? Do you think there is any possibility to be able to put to good use this social networking sites? Exactly,
we can. It's all about, you see, social media is all about population. We have a very low population of people that, call for change in our society. If you go to social media, out of 100 people, only get 1 or even 0.5%. So I think we need, increase in number of people that are interested in changing the society. As the number keep increasing, then definitely we'll start seeing the impact, because people will understand more and then they will be driven to the right way, to the right track on how to use the social platform to change the society, to call for government to bring change, and then to make a reasonable impact to themselves and to the people they live around with.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
In 10 years coming, I see us, mentoring, reasonable number of youth on how to use this technology and making it to make good life for themselves and for the people they live around, their families, their parents, and everything. I see myself as somebody who mentor, a huge number of youth people, especially from northern Nigeria, who can go out to the world and be proud of themselves. Yes.
Actually, I was going to talk about bots and the followers people get by paying.
Yeah.
How does that really work? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Okay, let me give you this for free. I will give it out for free.
Because you're used to giving things free.
Yeah, let me give it out for free. You see, sometimes in business, you have to put some strategy. That's why sometimes I don't used to blame people that buy followers, because you can use it to strategically, get traffic, organic traffic. Because like now, if you are starting, if you open an account, you're starting a program, then you don't have followers. Most of the visitors that are likely to encounter with your account, if they realize that you don't have this followership, they will not even follow you. Understand? So that's why most people, they prefer to buy bot followers. Not because they are expecting engagement, not because they want to monetize those bots, but because at least they will psychologically get people to follow them, and then
due to the number.
Due to the number, because it's all about the number. It's all about the number. So I think that's the reason why. But the downside is you may likely lose your account.
Oh wow!
Because Instagram is a crime. It's part of their user policy
agreement.
Yes, user community policy guidelines.
Yeah, that you should not buy followers. Yeah.
But you have no option to sub. Though I'm not buying any follower, but I used to for my users that are so desperate to get followers, I used to say, okay, let me tell you all the consequences. If you think that you still want to buy it, I will tell you the advantage and the disadvantage. You may likely lose your account, but if you insist, you can do that and keep on making content. If you get the followers that you want, then you can unfollow all those bots.
So I'll say lastly on this episode, which algorithm works best for you? And TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, which one?
Okay, in respect to getting engagement, likes and views and everything, I prefer TikTok, because it's the number of views you get is high.
Massive.
It's massive. But if you are looking for real, organic, genuine interaction from the audience that are, consuming your content, I prefer Instagram.
Okay.
But if you are looking for where to have an impact, where your content will continue to, you know, have this long-term engagement, and where you will meet real international audience, go to YouTube, because YouTube, it has this space where you can reach people from different parts of the world. Like me, my content, most of my content consumers are even from Libya.
Wow.
It's Libya, Nigeria, then Niger.
Oh.
It depends on what you want to get and the result you want to get.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Yes.
And that's a wrap on this edition of Connect the Dots. We're able to connect the dots with Ydeen A. Yusuf on the tech things he's doing as a computer science master's degree holder, and what he's doing differently to change the narrative. And you know, this podcast is all about the resilience in you. We care about your mental health and the mindfulness in doing whatever you're doing. Many thanks for joining. See you again. It's Connect the Dots. Please connect the dots with us again next week, Saturday. Bye for now.